Anybody know who Chinese Christian Church Fort Wayne is? Because I don't want to let them in unless somebody knows who that is. I'm playing around with this breakout room here in a second. I'm going to try to get you guys in rooms and whiteboard as though it's class.
Speaking of the whiteboards, where did you post those? I couldn't find them.
I sent you an email. For instance, Aiden, I have you and let's see, Alina kind of working together. I sent you emails. That way you two will be on the same whiteboard. So I don't remember when I sent it out. I think I sent it out this weekend, maybe on Sunday or maybe Monday.
Yeah, I never received an email.
Well, maybe I didn't send out emails. Did I not send emails to you guys? Did I send you guys emails?
You sent mine on 12th, like 10 p.m. I guess. It was Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
For me, I didn't even look in an email. I just saw it shared in my Google Drive.
Oh yeah, just maybe that's what it was. Could you just look in your Google Drive, Aiden?
It wasn't there. I'll look again.
Here, I just shared it again with you.
Okay.
Look in your Google Drive. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I think I'm going to share with you first my screen so you can see. So I've shared these files with you, these folders, and pretend these are your whiteboards. I think this is your normal groups, sort of. So for instance, all the whiteboards are kind of made up for you. I just didn't draw on them yet. And I would like you to kind of draw on them, but don't just have one person draw them, kind of, figure out who's going to be doing each thing, kind of, divide and conquer. The goal isn't, it's not so much divide and conquer. I want everybody to be involved. And so I really didn't need you to work ahead of time like this group here worked ahead of time. But I don't really need you to work ahead of time because I want you to kind of be working on the same whiteboard together in your normal group. Plus, we're going to use the Zoom feature to do breakout rooms so that you can see one another and talk. So I'm going to stop sharing here in a second. So let me open up all the rooms, and I'm going to have to put you in rooms here. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. So let's see. Chloe. Okay, so let me. This is going to take me a second, so sorry about this. This is breakout room 2. Gabe. I'm going to put you in workout 5. Let's see. I'm kind of forgetting my rooms there. Oh, okay. So Jack, I'm gonna put you. Sorry, it's taking me a while here. 1, and let's see. Benny, also in 1. Payment 3. Jack. Okay. Jack in 6. And Aiden is 6. Blood is in 3. Sorry, it's taking me a while.
You're fine.
Okay, so let's see, what do we have? 7. And it goes into 7. And wait a second. So Nate does not have a partner. Okay, so I think Nate, oh, Luke, you don't have a partner either. Okay, so I think I'm going to move you, Luke, to oh, well, Gabe just left. Okay, so I'm gonna okay, wait, I'm getting so confused here. So number 4, okay. All right. I think I've got everybody assigned. Okay, so I'm gonna close the rooms for a second and have you guys come back. All right. Sorry it took me a while, very confusing. I tried to put you with your normal groups there. I'm sorry that it's very confusing. So I know some of you don't have partners. Oh, I'm gonna have to move somebody. Okay, so no, he's not here. Okay. Well, there's a few people still in the room. I'm gonna wait until they come out before I talk.
So once you share with me the documents on Google,
I did. Aiden, I did share them with you again.
Okay.
So, Aiden, worst case scenario, your partner should have them and she can share the direct email link, but that should be there in your folder. So anyway, I'm sorry it took me a little while to get that all set up, but I'm hoping that you have your partners. Now, some people just don't have partners, so let's see, I'm gonna have to put, and so what that means, I should say everybody has a partner, but they might not be your typical partners. So you might not be able to work on the same whiteboard, unfortunately. You might have to work on your own whiteboard, but at least you can talk to one another in your groups, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Again, let me share my screen with you. So let me get rid of that. So right now we are going to be whiteboarding worksheet 1, problem number 1. And it gives you a force time graph here. It tells you the impulse is positive 6 Newton seconds. And the question is, what's the maximum force? I would like you to talk to your partners in your breakout room and just simply say, okay, who's going to calculate the maximum force? Who's going to find the, on the graph, the impulse? Who's going to maybe shade in that area? Who's going to be verifying the answers? And then you're just going to kind of talk to one another in your breakout room while you're actually whiteboarding on the whiteboard here. So I understand we're just kind of practicing here. I mean, we don't know how to do this. We're kind of just practicing and learning. I would like to give you like maybe 5 minutes, but that might not be enough. So I'll ask you 5 minutes, you know, after about 5 minutes, are you ready to share your whiteboards? If you're like, no, I need more time, just let me know, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna open up all the breakout rooms again, and I think you'll be able to go in there now. Okay, so go ahead and get started. Okay,
I mean,
so sorry, you guys, your partners, uh, all three of you, your partners are kind of abandoning you. So you're going to have to work on your own whiteboard by yourself, kind of. But at least you have other people in your group that you can go, okay, how you guys doing this? What do you guys think we do? And so sorry, I couldn't plan for it. So you guys have any questions?
so we're each doing an individual part, but it's just like
No, you can
one.
go ahead. You can go ahead and do your entire whiteboard if you want, but at least you can kind of bounce ideas off one another.
Oh, okay.
Okay? All right.
Okay. Sydney.
You guys okay? Is it working okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can look at, maybe do a split screen where you have one section where you can see each other and talk, and then the other one you can see the whiteboard and see what you're doing. Is that working? Sweet. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Any questions for me? No?
Not yet, no.
No.
Okay. Nathan, can you hear me? Nathan, can you hear me? Nathan. Nathan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in breakout room 8, and Luke's already here, so I'm gonna move him to 8. That way he can talk to you then, okay? You might
Okay.
turn your video so you can talk to Luke,
All right.
okay? So Luke, the reason I moved you, sorry about that. Nathan just showed up, so I thought you guys can work together. He still needs to join. I don't think he knows how to join the breakout room, so I'm gonna go back to the main room and tell him, okay? Okay. Brett, can you hear me? Brett, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Brett?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in breakout rooms right now, and you're with Nathan and Luke. So I'm going to go ahead and move you. That's breakout room 8. You should get some kind of notification here in a second. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Sorry about that. I thought it was at 9:55.
Okay, that's fine. No big deal. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Very confused.
Is it going okay for you? Are you able to talk and maybe a split screen where you can see one another and talk, and then the other side of the screen you can kind of whiteboard, hopefully?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Any questions or anything? No. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Cool. I'm going to leave. Okay for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping that maybe you have a split screen where one side you can see one another and talk, and the other side work together on the whiteboard.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And Justin, you're there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. See ya. I'm leaving then. Do you have any questions for me?
Not for this one.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Hello.
Hi, so is everything working okay? So on one side you have a split screen where you can talk and see one another, and the other side work on the whiteboard? Any questions for me or anything?
For number 3, is that like the derivative of that equation would be the net force?
Wait a second, let me pull it up so I can see it. Number 3. I'm slower than you are, so number 3, okay. Okay, so if you remember that the impulse, which is the integral of force time, is equal to the change in momentum, which means that the derivative of momentum is equal to the force. So if you take the derivative of that equation, you'll get the force.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Yep. Hey, you don't have to work so far ahead. That's not the goal here. You're not turning this in for grade. I'm trying to make this like an actual classroom environment where you're whiteboarding, you're working, you know. So, I mean, you can work as far as you want, but I want you talking and working these out together and everything. All right.
Yeah, we just already did the first 2.
Okay. All right. I'm leaving then. See ya.
See you.
Yeah.
Everything going okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So hopefully you got one side of the screen that is where you guys can talk and see one another, and then the other side is the whiteboard so you can work together on it.
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions or anything for me?
Nope.
Okay.
I can.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Has anybody done any whiteboards in any of your other classes? I wonder if there's a way to get it to save these groups so I don't have to make them again.
I don't know. I know Mrs. Bowman does groups, but I don't know if she has them saved or not.
Does she, I mean, are they already set, ready to go as soon as you walk in?
Not when we open it up. We all have to go into a general one like this,
Okay.
but we all split off into our groups.
Okay.
pretty
Oh, is
quick.
that, so if I just made breakout rooms and say, get together your groups, you could go in your own breakout room?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. So I'm learning probably more than you're learning about all this, so I really appreciate your patience. By the way, I need to kind of, I have to get kind of attendance here, so everybody smile, say cheese, I'm gonna take a picture of you. That's my way of getting attendance. All right, there I got it. All right, let me save it. This file save it as, okay, period 2, save. Okay, so does anybody want to share their screen with us and just present their whiteboard? Some new people. At the
I
bottom,
can
there's a
do
little
that.
green thing. Click on that green thing and then hit the blue share. And it's not a right or wrong thing. Blah, thank you very much.
Do
So,
you see me?
yep, totally.
So what we did is we just found the equation for the triangle 1/2 base height. So because it's milliseconds, the base is not 8, is 0.008 times height and times 1/2. So in the impulse is 6 so far. So we just find h, which is the F max, and that's 1500 newtons. That's it.
Okay. So any questions there? So you just did 1/2 the base times the height and set that equal to 6.
Yeah.
And then solve for the height, and you got 1500 newtons. Any questions? We're all good? How about, remember at the bottom, you can do the reactions. How about some clapping, the hand there, clap, yay, yay. All right, yeah. All right, thank you very much. So now we're gonna be whiteboarding the next one. So how about we go back into our rooms. So I think I just open it up again and then start working on number 2. Oh, I like this. This is not bad. Cool.
Do you have to integrate this from 0 to 2?
That's exactly right. Yep. What I would recommend doing, I know in calculus they teach you lots of different ways, but I think the easiest way is to square out that t-1 term. I squared it out and I distributed, and then I integrated each thing. I thought it was a lot easier.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna leave. If you have questions, just send me a question, okay?
Repeating.
Doing okay? What I did for this one is I squared that t-1 term out, and then
Real-
distributed
Uh-huh.
-8, and then I integrated. You don't have to do it that way. That's the way I did it. So
We got our calculators for the AP exam, right?
yeah, yep,
Okay, so we can just like plug it in as is to our calculator.
yeah. In fact, the AP exam is actually open note. You can use resource. Now you're not allowed to go on the web and start looking stuff up.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to call people over to help you. But like if you have notes, you can use the notes. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to have a whole lot of time to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to leave unless you have questions. Okay. Doing okay?
I think so.
Just do the best you can. I recommend squaring it. The way I did it is I squared out the t-1 term first. So just squared that out. Then I distributed -8 and added the 9. So I got this polynomial expression. And then you integrate that. So that might be the hard part. So you're integrated from 0 to 2. So just do the best you can. And it, we're going to present it, whoever feels pretty confident. And then if we need more, like if you're like, I'm not getting that, you need to say something, and then I will work it out for you.
Okay.
Okay. Doing okay? What I did was I squared out the t-1 term. I distributed the -8, simplified it, and then I integrated. So just do the best you can, and then if you have questions when we present it, I'll be glad to do it step by step. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave.
Hello.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What I did, and it's not the only way to do it, but I squared the t-1 term. I distributed, added the 9, and then I finally did some calculus. And so when we present it, if you're like, I'm not getting that, I'll be glad to show you all the steps. Okay.
Could we just use like Math 9, like on our calculator? Or is that bad?
I don't even know what that is, but I would say that, yeah, you can on the AP test. I would like you to show the steps here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have the steps shown so far. I
You're good.
squared it and I did that stuff and then I integrated it.
Okay. Yep. That's it.
I just need to plug it in.
Yep.
All right. See you.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So,
were actually be able to work ahead a little.
okay, cool. All right. I'm just kind of going around all the rooms, make sure they're okay. And pretty soon we'll get back together. Is everything going all right? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you guys need any more time, or are you okay?
No, I think we're good.
All right. All right. So I'm going to probably call us back here in a second. So here in a second, when everybody comes back in, we'll then present this. So this isn't bad. I kind of like this. It's similar to class. Okay, so I think everybody is back now. So does anybody want to go ahead and present their whiteboard? So feel free to do that. Somebody would like to share with us, not just the answer. Hopefully you got something on your whiteboard, not just the answer, hopefully.
I can share.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Thanks, Brett.
All right. So since it's asking for a change in momentum, it's just from 0 to 2. So the impulse is the integral of the force time graph. So I wrote down here, I couldn't find the symbol for an integral function, it's so I did it there. So I took, right here is the integral. And then I subbed in 2 for all the t values, and then I subtracted the same thing with 0 subbed in for the t values. And that gave me 12.667 Newton seconds.
Okay, so I agree that you have to find the integral of that, but I think I got a different answer.
You did?
So, yeah, I think so, but maybe I did it wrong. So if you could unshare, I just want to see, maybe I did it wrong.
All right, yeah, there it is.
So I got an answer of, so that was, I think it was 26.6, right? Is that what you got? Brett?
No, I got 12.66.
12.6. I got 36.13. Did anybody get 36.13? No. Uh-oh.
No.
I got.
So did you guys get, so did you get 12.6 then?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
12.6.
Yeah.
Well, humor me. I want to go ahead and go through it because maybe I'm doing something wrong and you guys can show what I'm doing wrong. So let me share my screen. So, okay, so I totally agree that we need to integrate this. So let's see if I can kind of draw the integration symbol. And we're integrating the force dt. And so what I did then for this, maybe I should expand this a little bit. I said this was equal to, and I actually went ahead and squared out this term. And I think when I squared it out, I got the following. I got -8 times the quantity t squared minus 2t plus 1, and then finally plus 9. So I'm not done yet. I haven't done the calculus yet, but did I do that right? That squaring that right? T squared minus 2t plus 1? Yeah, okay. Then I distributed the -8. So I had -8 times t squared, and I had +16. So plus 16, and then -8 here, because I had to distribute that -8. So again, I haven't done the calculus yet. Do you guys agree with me? Did I make any mistakes there? I haven't done the calculus yet. Do you guys agree with it? Thumbs up or, okay. So at this point, now's when I'm going to put parentheses around all this. Okay, parenthesis, close the parenthesis over here. I'm going to put dt here. Let's see if I can copy this little symbol, the integration symbol. So I'm going to integrate that. Need to make this a little longer. It's the same thing, right? Do we agree? It's the same thing, or yeah, okay. So when I integrate this, what's nice about this is I can integrate each term. Oh, you know what? I'm going to simplify this a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I would combine your 8 and your 9.
Yeah, I think I'm going to combine the -8 and the 9, and I get +1. So make that +1. That'll be easier. There we go. So now I'm going to integrate each term. And so when I integrate this, I think I get, and you guys check my math here. You guys are in calculus. It's been a lot longer for me. I think it becomes t to the third power now, but the coefficient's going to be -8 divided by 3 times that t cubed. Do we agree with that? Okay. And then the next one's going to be plus, and it's going to be t squared, and the coefficient is going to be 16 divided by 2 times that t squared. Good so far? Okay. My calculus are good, all right. And then for the last one, when I integrate that, that's just simply going to be t. I haven't evaluated it yet. So I have to evaluate this between 0 and 2. The nice thing about this is, I know your calculus teacher would not be happy with me because I should put a plus c here, right? But when I evaluate it between 0 and 2, that c drops out because it's going to be c minus c, and it drops out, so I'm going to leave it out. And when I plug in 0, well, all of those are 0. So all I have to do is plug in 2 for each of the t's. And then this one here too. Okay, so did I do that right? I think I did, didn't I? So I have -8/3 times 2 cubed plus 16 halves times 2 squared plus 2. Now I don't know if I did it right on my calculator, so maybe you guys can check with me.
I got 12.66.
Oh, I see what the problem is. I had a decimal instead of a negative. Dang it, I'm going blind. Yes, 12.66. Oh, I feel so stupid. Thanks, Brett. So this was my way, which I thought was easier, except I put a decimal instead of a negative sign. And Brett's way, you actually integrated the original expression there.
Yeah, since the derivative of t minus 1 was 1, you didn't have to worry about chain rule.
Nice. Okay.
So you can just
Okay, so either way, dang it. All right, well, how much time we got? Can we do one more? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So let me stop sharing and let me create the breakout rooms. So open all the breakout rooms again. And if you can go ahead and join them. And you're doing problem number 3 now. Are you guys getting that invitation? Oh, there you go. Okay. And this will be our last problem.
Missile infesting. When you do those messages, I don't think we can actually respond to those at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how I would respond to that.
Oh, well, somebody in the other class actually sent me like you can ask help somehow. Like, I don't know how they did it. I should have asked them. Evidently, there's some way that you can say, hey, I need help, and it'll say like breakout room needs you, or ask for help or something like that. Huh. Dang it, I should have asked him. Maybe I'll ask the rest of the group when everybody gets here if anybody knows how to do that. So I just assumed that you guys could respond to my push to you of saying, hey, let's come back to the room. Somebody in one of the other classes, when I tried the breakout room, they could actually call me and ask me for help. Can anybody kind of tell me how to do that? Because I just assumed it was obvious, but I don't know how to do it inside the breakout room. Do you guys? Does anybody know how to do that? No. Dang it! I should ask that kid. Dang it. Okay, I'll send him an email then. All right. So, did you guys need more time then? Oh, okay. Does anybody want to share? This will be the last one we do. Can anybody share their whiteboard? A different group, please. Different group, share their whiteboard. Just at the bottom, share it. So there's a little green share, and then click the blue share.
I could share it if you want.
Ah, okay. Thanks. Now, I think this one was easier. Hopefully I didn't mess up my calculator this time.
We didn't really get the graph finished, but it's just the slope on the graph. So.
Nice. And so that's going to be a force time graph, sort of. And so, or excuse me, not force time, momentum time graph. And so if you want to know what the force is, it's just simply the slope anywhere on that graph. Nice. And tell us how you solved it there. You got 72 newtons.
I just found the derivative of the equation, and so you would take the 3, bump it down to a 2, put the 3 out front, so 3 times 6 is 18, then you can plug the 2 back into the equation.
Nice. Any questions? Wow, that was awesome. If you can stop sharing there, JJ, thanks. Okay, well, I like this a lot. To me, this is what I felt like I'm, because I don't like to sit there and lecture. I don't think you get anything out of it. I think you get more out of it talking. By the way, somebody told me in the other class that you guys can start your own Zooms with one another. Is that true? Yeah, so you could actually do this with other people. It doesn't have to be physics. Like if you're getting bored at home, getting stir crazy, you can hang out with one another or create a Zoom and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. So something to think about. Let me share my screen with you. So then, what is there to do today? Okay, so Wednesday, we didn't get done whiteboarding, so we'll keep on whiteboarding. You don't need to work on it on your own. We're doing it in class. Don't worry about that. But there is this attendance quiz that you need to do. It's over the stuff we whiteboard. It should be super easy. So let me give you the code for that. It's only 4 questions. The code, these are lowercase letters. E as in elephant, R as in radius, G as in ghost, Z as in zebra, all lowercase. And then number 626, and then uppercase W, and then the percent symbol. ERGZ, all lowercase, 626, W, uppercase, percent symbol. So just do that sometime by midnight. By the way, I forgot to mention this to you. If you didn't already, send me the lab, the 2 labs, the impulsive lab and the explosion lab, please. I was supposed to get that before class today, so please get that to me. I haven't graded it, but I plan on grading it today. All right, that's it. Let me get, before you leave, let me get one more snipping, just take attendance again. So big smile.
Mr. Limfesti,
Yeah, yep.
when you said send you the lab, what do you mean by like send it to you? Because we already shared it with you, right?
Yeah, I think some people already did share it with me, so I just didn't reply back to you. I've got a bunch of emails I got to
Okay.
go.
I shared
okay.
it.
So
I shared it.
yeah, if you shared it with me, that's one way to do it. I think there might have been a few people that printed it out and they just took a picture of it. Now, please understand, if you took a picture of it, that's just for your individual lab. You can't turn it in for other people. So if you shared it with me with the whiteboards, I'm assuming if you had all your names on it, then those are all the people that get credit for that lab. And don't forget, there's 2 labs. There's the impulsive one and the explosion one. All right, that's it. Then see you on Monday. Don't forget another Zoom meeting on Monday at same time. All right, see you. Bye.